So now we do Community Appreciation Week, and we separate it from the week where we get to bring our friends for free, just because it's a little bit easier for us to get to spend one whole week celebrating you guys, and then a whole separate week celebrating the new people that you bring into the studios. So this is your moment to drag your unwitting friends, family, co-workers, all of those sorts of people into studio for their first yoga class. It's a lot of fun, and we have a few extra ways that we're going to be able to support them through this coming week, so don't worry. There's lots of hand-holding to make sure that they're good in the studios. Yeah, because sometimes you need it. All right, so let's get moving. We're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana. Yes, there we go. So one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. Take a nice deep breath in and blow that air back out. Take an inhale, pressing your belly out, feeling your hand rise. Exhale, pull your belly back in and feel your hand fall. Keep moving with your breath. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, hug your belly in. See if you can deepen your breath just like this. Inhale, add a pause at the top. Exhale with the pause at the bottom. Keep moving with your Ujjayi breath just like this, building it to use for the rest of your practice. One more time, take a nice big breath in and a full breath out. This time, press the edges of your feet down into the mat and lift your hips up about 1 inch. So just like this, pull the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button and let your tailbone descend. So from here, you're going to lay your whole spine back down onto the mat. You want your shoulders all the way down to your hips touching the mat, especially your low back. Now from here, reach your hands both up into the air, interlace your fingers, and you're going to make these little Charlie's Angels hands like some little air guns. Now pick your toes up and point your hands down towards your toes. On each exhale, you're going to drop your belly down and curl up just a little bit towards your toes. We're going to do this for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, knees together, shins parallel to the mat. Take your hands out wide beside you. Curl your head and shoulders off the mat. Each exhale, we're going to curl up towards our toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, press your hands against your knees. And now all you have to do here is hug your knees up into your hands and press your hands down. Yeah, so just like this, pressing hands against your knees. What you're going to feel is your low belly pulled down towards the mat. Yeah, the harder you press, the more your belly is going to work. So see if you can do this. Keep breathing. For 10, 9, 8, big exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog from here. Yeah, that's it. All the way up into down dog. When you get here, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, blow it out. Take a breath in. Exhale all that air back out. Let's do it one more time. Big breath in. Full breath out. Come up high on your tippy toes. Now we're going to walk our feet all the way up to our hands, using your core to get there. That's it. Little tiny steps. All right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ragdoll. See if you can find a point-to-point stretch, one that starts at your heels, runs all the way up the back of your legs, over your spine, and into the crown of your head. See if you can bring your hips 1 inch further forwards, weight into your big toe. Yes, just like that. Now press down through your feet. Hug the pit of your belly up so hard that you roll all the way up to standing. And take extended mountain. Bring your hands down to heart center. We'll start class with 3 ohms. Take a breath. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Move through up dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. That's it. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more time. Inhale. Full exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Inhale all the way up. Bring your hands to heart center. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift with your breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Now press your pointer fingers into the mat and then press your sits bones back towards the far side. Get length all along your spine. Inhale. Full exhale. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain up and back. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. 2 breaths here. And let it go. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. 2 breaths now. Now the next time you jump up to the head of your mat, see how lightly you can land. Let's check it out. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold. That was a good job. Extended mountain as you breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Set your gaze to the back of your mat. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Move feet to hands. This is our last one. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. This is it. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Take 2 breaths. Bring some softness to your knees this time. Last breath in. Full breath out. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose on your breath in. Fold and breathe out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take right side, warrior 1. Breathe in as you reach. Wait for the pause. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Inhale, wait. Exhale, chaturanga. Moving with your breath. Upward facing dog and through to downward facing dog. We're always going to meet up here in down dog. So if you get ahead of the breath, no worries. Or if you get behind the breath, just wait here in down dog for everyone. Let's take one more breath. In and out, move. Halfway lift, forward fold. Chair, big breath in, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, pause. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Inhale as you reach, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, and through to downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Press through your big toes into the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. In, blow it out. One more time. Big breath in, full breath out, hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair, drishti to 1 point, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog and pause. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Drishti to the ceiling. Hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Through to down dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. And in through downward facing dog. All right, Serena, are we doing one more sun beat or have we had enough with this? Ready? What do you think? One more? Sure. All right, you heard the lady. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let's move. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose as you breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. This is your last one. Really go for it. Up dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. As low as you can get in the lunge. Chaturanga. Up dog. Into down dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale, drishti. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog. And into downward dog. Yeah. Shake your legs out, do what you need to. You're always welcome to grab a drink of your water or use your sweat towel when you need it. Bring your right leg up into the air. Kick your heel up as high as it'll go. Bend your top knee and then open your hip. So really opening it up to look at the side of your mat. Yes. Flex your top foot. See if you've got 1 more inch that top leg can come over. Stay in flip dog or come over flip dog. I see 3-legged dog or flip dog. Wherever you're at, press down through your heels and then lift into your hips. This is it. 2 breaths here. Keep breathing. Let it work. Last breath in. Full breath out. Come back over high plank. And into side plank. Right hand down, left hand up. Look for a stretch in this pose. Stretching from your bottom to palm all the way across your chest into your top hand. Look for all of the space that you can get. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Yes. Take the breath as you need it. And then pick your left leg up into the air. Kick the heel high, bend your top knee, open up your hip, full side body stretch. As far as you can go, reach to the edge of the pose, stay in 3-legged or flip dog. Nicely done. Now breathe. See if you can expand this pose by expanding your breath. Each inhale is the opportunity to reach out through that left hand. Get all of the space you can. 2 more breaths here. And let it go. Last one. Come back over high plank. Into side plank. Left hand down, right hand up to the ceiling. All right, flex both of your feet this time. Whether they're on the ground or up in the air, flex them and pull your pinky toes back towards your face. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, followed by a big breath out. One more time. Inhale. Full exhale. Pull your right leg up into the air. Kick your heel back. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, foot back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug in through your core. Inhale, foot back. Exhale, knee to nose. Right side crescent lunge. Just like that. All right, now sink low into the lunge. Put your front hand at your low belly, and then place your back hand by the small of your back. Look to see if you can literally pull the front side of your pelvis up towards your belly button and let this back hand sink down. It's going to help you keep your pelvis tilted up into a neutral stance instead of letting it disintegrate and tilt forwards, just like this. See how low you can go in the lunge and bring your drishti out to the ceiling. You can keep your hands here to just support the pose. Take 3 breaths. 2 more. One more time. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Tilt forwards. And now twist to the right. That's it. You can bring your hands to heart center or keep them at your belly. See if you can take 3 breaths here, getting lower on each breath out. That's it. 2 more times. You've got this. See if you can twist your top shoulder open just 1 inch further for your last breath in. Stay for the breath out. On your inhale, rise up, take crescent lunge, and into warrior 2. That's it. Come down low into the lunge. There's a really nasty way to figure out if your front knee is truly at a 90-degree angle, and it's to pop a block behind it. Now, I'm not asking you to do that today, but see if you can get near 90 degrees, really coming low into the front lunge. Yeah, that's it. Good job. Nice adjustments, everyone. Take extended side angle, staying low into this lunge. That's it. Bend your knee even further if you've got it to really get the full extension of the stretch. Press your back pinky toe into the mat. Reach forwards through all of your fingers on your left hand. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog. Inhale into down dog with an exhale. That's it. Shake your legs out if you need to. I know that's a lot of work on one leg. Take a breath. And then let's go left leg up into the air. On your exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug through your front ribs. Inhale, press back. Last one. Exhale, knee to nose. Landing crescent lunge. That's it. Set your feet up. So not only a long base, but also a wide base. It's going to help you keep your balance here. I'm the queen of falling out of crescent lunge to the sides. So I say this from experience. Front hand at your low belly, back hand at the small of your back. See if you can literally pull the front of your pelvis up while letting your tailbone descend. It's going to change how much you have to bend your back knee, and that's okay. See if you can get a little bit lower into this lunge. Stay for 2 more breaths. Yes, that's it. Last one, in and out. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Now, open your hands or keep them at heart center. But whatever you're doing, Support it by hugging your front ribs in and pulling your low belly up. That's it. 3 breaths here. And out. 2 more times. Let it go. Last one. Big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, rise up, take crescent lunge, and over into warrior 2. Yes, low into the lunge. And yeah, technically you're supposed to keep your knee bent as you move from crescent lunge into this, but I usually don't have the stamina for that. So if you've got to come out of the pose, do that, and then come back in, using it as a way to find your way deeper into the lunge. Take extended side angle. Left hand down, right hand up to the ceiling. See if you can find a point-to-point stretch, one that starts at your back foot, your right foot, and reaches all the way up to your top fingertips. See if you can get lower into the lunge to explore that stretch just a little bit further. Yeah, that's it, Allie. One more breath here in. And on your exhale, both hands down, chaturanga. Move through up dog with an inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a breath in. Let it go. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, take chair pose. That's it. Pressing your feet down through the mat. We use this term, it's called floor to core. See if you can press down through your big toes so much that you can actually feel your belly working to help hold you up into this pose. Ball mounds of your big toes, the knuckles down into the mat with such force that you can lift your fingertips up 1 more inch. Yes, that's it. Fold. Take your feet wide to the edges of your mat. Tuck your pointer fingers around your toes and let your head hang down. You could shake your head yes and no. Yeah, Tori's got the sway side to side going. Yes, Kayla, you too. Do the thing that's going to feel good in your body right now. Let your head hang. We'll go for round 2 chair pose. All right, ready? Bring your feet back into center. Sit low, fingertips up. Here we go. Round 2 chair pose. All right. Hey, Kristen, are we going to twist both sides on this one, or are we doing one side at a time? Oh, I'm not giving you a choice. All right. Okay, here we go. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. See, I think we're going to do both sides here. So 2 big breaths in and let it go. Breathe out. One more time. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Breathe in, rise up, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Now, open your arms or stay for the 2 breaths. That's it. Number 1, inhale. Breathe it out. Inhale, rise up, chair pose. And forward fold. See, that wasn't so bad. Bring your feet out to the edges of your mats. Tuck your palms under your toes and let your head hang down. Hey, you're welcome to shake your head yes or no. Grab your water bottle when you need it. Take a break when that's what your body is asking for. See in these last few exhales if you can fold any deeper into the pose. Getting all that you can out of it right here. That's it. Last one. Take downward facing dog. From down dog, come up high on your tippy toes. From here, walk halfway up your mat. So you're getting your shoulders stacked right on top of your wrists. Now bring your toes together. So throughout this exercise, you want to keep your big toes glued together. And sometimes that's going to be tricky, but don't worry, just keep working on it. From here, bend your knees out towards the side, and we're going to go for some little frog hops. So on your exhale, hop up, keeping those big toes together. Whether you're getting 1 inch off the ground or several inches off the ground, just like that, try some frog hops for 10, 9, that's it. Hug through your front ribs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Take your knees out wide with your fingertips up to the head of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Let your hips settle backwards on the exhale. Press your pointer finger into the mat. Then press the knuckle of your thumb into your mat. Get your hands solidly onto the ground. Take a full breath in. Exhale, stretch out as long as you can get. On your next breath, inhale, make your way up into downward facing dog. Yes, you can stretch out your hips if you'd like. Bring some softness to your knees. Let your chest drop down towards your mat, creating a long spine. Take a breath in. Exhale. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Roll all the way up to standing. From here, take right side eagle. Right arm under. Right leg over. Now, let the challenge of this eagle be getting your core to engage. If you're looking for how does that happen, start by pressing your big toe into the mat and then drawing your shoulders backwards 2 more inches until it feels like you're almost leaning backwards. When you've got that going on, check out your core muscles. See if they've turned on. One more breath. And we'll switch sides. Bring left arm under, left leg over, eagle on the opposite side. Sitting nice and deep down into the pose. Low belly gets really active here, shoulders back. Stay for 2 breaths. At that end of the second breath, step out and switch sides. Right arm under, right leg over. 4 breaths in the second set. So once you get to your eagle pose, count out the 4 breaths for yourself and then switch sides. Yep, when you're ready, swap. 4 breaths on this side. Explore your version of this pose. Steady breath, steady gaze. When you're ready, step out. Wasn't that both sides? Yes? Okay, good stuff. We're moving to right side standing leg raise. Thank you, Janet. Hug your right knee up into your chest. Now you're going to bring your top hand and sit it down on this knee. I like to support my low back with my left hand, but all you're looking for here is hugging your knee into your hand and then pressing your hand down into your knee. Just like when we were on the floor earlier, feel your belly button pull backwards here. Low belly is super on fire. Use it to support the pose. Take 1 more breath, and we'll swap sides. Shake your legs out. Take left side standing leg raise. Left knee, left hand, glued together. Hug your front ribs back in towards your spine. Take 2 breaths. Raised foot is flexed. 1 more time in. And feet down on your exhale. That's it, shake it out. We're going to go for right side airplane next. So just like usual, fingers out wide, Legs out long, airplane. All right. Dial your back toes down so that they're staring at the mat beneath you. From here, use your belly muscles to slowly make your way over to half moon. Go as slow as you can go. A race against yourself to see when you'll get to half moon. And that's it, just like that. Good job. Take your back ankle 1 inch higher and forward fold. You can sway from side to side, release the edges of your hips. And from here, roll all the way up to stand. We're going to go for left side airplane. Left leg long, fingertips out wide. Bring some attention to your back pinky toe. Dial it down so that it's looking at the mat beneath you. Just like that, integrating your hip into the pose. Now from here, as slow as you can go, half moon. That's it. Use your low belly to make your way all the way over. Look up through your top hands, 1 quick breath, and then bring your feet down. You can shake your legs out, do what you need to, and we'll move to right side dancer. So right hand back, inner elbow facing out, dancer's pose. One of the common defaults for this pose is looking to just see how much of a back bend you can get here. See if you can support this back bend by engaging your low belly and seeing if you can create more space in your low back. One more breath. Bring your feet down and switch sides. We'll take left side dancer, left hand back, right hand forwards. Flex your top foot. Reach behind you. And bring your feet down. You could shake your legs out. Let's take right side tree pose. Right foot to either your ankle, your shin, or all the way up to your thigh. The next little mini sequence that we move into is grounding. See if you can start the work for grounding now by pressing through your big toe and through your heel into the mat. Bring a little softness to your knees. And switch sides. Take left side tree pose, foot at your ankle, your shin, or all the way up to your thigh. Find a steady breath with your gaze to one point. One more breath in. On your exhale, step out. Walk all the way up to the head of your mat. Take a breath in, extended mountain. On your exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Move upward facing dog on your inhale. Into downward facing dog on your exhale. Move to right side triangle. Bring your right foot all the way to the head of your mat. That's it. So like I mentioned before, triangle is the first pose in grounding. See if you can create grounding through your feet. Start by lifting all of your toes up off the mat. You're going to find the four corners of your feet, the edges of them, and press down. So through your heels, press. Through your pinky toes, press into the mat. And then lastly, through your big toes, mount them down. See if by engaging your feet, you can now hug your skin into your muscles, into your bones of your legs, creating a strong and steady foundation. One more breath here, in and out. On your next inhale, rise up to standing. Take side-facing, wide-legged forward fold. And let's go for stillness in this first side of the pose. Maybe bring your feet out a little bit wider than usual, going towards the edge of the mat. See if you can find stillness. Just folding forwards, or alternatively bringing your hands out in front of you or in a bind. In each breath, see if you can get a little bit deeper into the pose, finding more fold with each exhale. One more time with a deep breath in, full breath out. Walk your hands back into center, and then bring your fingertips over to the front side of your mat. Let's go for half split, full split, or lizard lunge if you're interested in that. Nice, I like the variations here, guys. For lizard lunge, hug your right knee into your arm. It's going to help you get all of your alignment from the crown of your head back to your back ankle, all in one straight line. Now, for those of you in my half splits, right hip back. Think about drawing your left hip forwards. That's it. Lizard lunge. You can take this up a step by moving your right hand onto your right thigh. Note, not your knee. And then pressing your right shoulder up towards the ceiling for a twist. Take 2 breaths here. Each exhale, see if you've got a little more twist. One more time, breathe in. Full twist out. From here, chaturanga, let's move back down to the mat. Upward facing dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left side, triangle. Create grounding in your feet, or really grounding in your body. Wherever that can happen, put that into action. Make it a discovery for yourself of how grounding can work here in this pose. What makes you feel grounded? Stay for a full breath in. Exhale, and on your next breath in, rise up to standing. Take side-facing, wide-legged forward fold, and add some movement this time. So whether or not you're going for ninja lunges or stretching with your left hand at your right ankle, move back and forth, one direction and then the other. 2 more breaths here to even out your sides. And at the end of your last breath, come through to center, and then walk your fingertips over to the front of your mat. Take half split or lizard lunges, whatever is going to work for you in your practice. That's it. For the lizard lunges, see if you can focus on a stretch in your back hip flexor. So the muscle that draws over the front side of your back hip. Press into that, getting a stretch on both sides in different ways. Take a full breath in. Exhale and go for the twists. So twisting split or lizard lunge with a twist, left hand onto your thigh. Take 3 breaths, and on each exhale, twist up towards the ceiling. One more time with the breath in. Twist out on your exhale, and we'll come back through chaturanga. Move upward facing dog and back into downward facing dog. From here, roll to your high plank and make your way all the way back down onto the mat. Let's go for the baby cobra today. So bring your hands either right underneath of your shoulders or just your forearms onto the mat. On your inhale, pick your chest up and twist your head off to the right side. On your exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift up, twisting to the left side this time. Exhale, come down. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up to the left side, seeing if you compress more into that shoulder and come back down. Last round. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale all the way onto the mat. Bring your hands by your low ribs and take upward facing dog. Lifting all the way up through your shoulder blades, shoulders back. On your exhale, bring your knees down onto the mat. So you should all have a block. Emily, at home, grab anything that's approximately block sized. We're going to go for essentially a reverse camel. So if you've done this with me in class before or just in your practice before, bring your block, 1 or 2 of them, out in front of you. You're going to want it set so that it's high up off of the ground, but also wide, because you have to get both of your elbows onto this thing. So how to do this? First of all, get your knees approximately your torso's length away from the block, and then move your right elbow onto the block. Drop your head all the way down as far as it'll go, and then bring your left elbow up onto the block as well. You can take some namaste hands and then press your thumbs right between your shoulder blades. As you breathe, let your head and chest drop down towards the mat beneath you. For those of you with wider shoulders here, it's a little bit easier to do it with 2 blocks because you've got more space. That's it. With each exhale, let your chest drop down. Here, Serena. Try 1 block on here. Okay. A little more space, especially for those of us with wider shoulders, is sometimes really appreciated. Exhale and see if you've got any more. Drop left. Then on your next breath, we'll come out. Move 1 elbow off, then bring your head up, and then move the other elbow off. So 1 at a time. Yeah, that's it. All right, from here, we're going to reverse this in camel. So again, that's like the opposite bend from camel. So now bring your blocks in between your knees. And clearly we've done a lot of core work today, so why not continue it here? So to get camel or any back bend really, to make sure that you don't pinch at your low back, your core has to be really engaged. And this is easiest to do in camel with a block. So hug in through your knees. You want your quads to be active, and that in turn is going to turn your core on. You can feel it engage when you're hugging into the block. Put your hands by your back pockets and lift the center of your chest straight up towards the ceiling. See if you can just keep your core engaged throughout this whole pose. See if you can stay for 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, and 1. On your inhale, roll all the way up. You're going to take your blocks with you, roll onto your spine, and take bridge pose. And yes, you can remove your blocks for the transition. Yeah, you'll be fine. I know it's pretty hard to get there when you've got your block with you. So bring them right in between your knees. Set the bridge pose up so that your fingertips can just barely scratch the back of your ankles. Now, get your spine long on the mat, so your shoulders all the way down to your hips. What I'm going to challenge you to do is keep this long, flat spine all the way up into bridge. So a default is to just go for the biggest stretch in your upper back possible, but see if you can keep this straight spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull your belly down, engage your low core, and then bring your hips up. See if you can keep that long, flat spine for 5, 4. Hug your low belly up and in. 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees back down, hips back down. You can drop your knees side to side if you'd like. Take a second to reset. On your next breath out, hug your low belly up and in. Let it drop down towards the floor beneath you. One more time. Take a deep inhale. Full breath out. Lowest belly engages. Lift up into bridge pose with a flat spine. See if you can keep that hug in your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back down onto your mat. All right, you can remove your blocks. But do you feel a difference when you engage your core like that? Something is happening in like your deepest, lowest belly. See if you can keep that going. We're going to do, how many bridge poses do we want to do? Allie. Bridge or wheel? How many do you want to do today? Let's do 4. A+. Love that. All right. Are you guys ready? Press down. Lift up. Inhale. We're going to go bridge or wheel. Round 1. Lowest belly engages for 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, tuck your chin and come back down. Take a breath on the mat. And out. Press down. Lift up. Engage. Bridge or wheel. Round 2. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin all the way down. Inhale on the mat. Exhale. Halfway there. Press down. Lift up. Let's move round 3 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin all the way back down. Last one, yogis. Inhale. Exhale. Press down. Lift up. Let's move. Bridge or wheel. Round 4 for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin back down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana with one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Breathe here. Come back to the movement of your breath and the rise and fall of your bottom hand. Deep breaths here. With each exhale, fully empty your lungs, hugging your belly down and in to really make that action happen. Take happy baby. Hands by the outer edges of your feet or right behind your knees. See if you got some rock from right to left. And this last breath, bring both heels straight up to the ceiling. Now move your hands out by your sides. On each exhale, you're going to let your belly drop down and curl up towards your toes. You've got this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Shins parallel to the mat. Now keep your hip bones all the way to your lowest ribs on the mat throughout this. Fingertips behind your ears. We're going to go for yogi bicycles, only moving your shoulders and your head. Back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last ones, yogis. Hug your knees up so that they're right parallel to the mat. Now, place both hands on your knees. Hug in towards center. On your breath out, extend your right hand and your right legs. Exhale and switch. Stay for our breath. And then switch, going nice and slow. And switch for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Go even slower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Let's rock head to toe 3 times and make our way into right side half pigeon. Set right side half pigeon up in whatever manner is going to work for your body today. Maybe that involves a block. Maybe you're up in king pigeon with your shoulders up high from the mat. Breathe. When we talk about our practice here, we say to new students, regular students, everyone, that you can always modify the poses however you would like. So that means our poses look a million different ways. Here in half pigeon, I'm pretty sure that there are literally hundreds of variations for this pose. But how do you teach to a room that has students who are in all sorts of different shapes, doing lots of different things? We practice principles and not poses. So there is no perfect pose because there is no perfect yogi. You might picture some like little stick figure showing a diagram of a pose, but really that yogi does not exist. Or at least I haven't encountered them. Use the principles of the practice that you know to create a pose. Put in and keep present drishti, so your gaze. Ujjayi, your breath. Bandhas, your core muscles, all that hugging in that you do to help support the pose. Tapas, the heat of the practice. And then last but not least, vinyasa, meaning flow. So when you take a few breaths and you find that your body is ready for something different, maybe it's a little deeper into the pose or making a change, do that. Flow with your breath and find movement in the pose, even while you're here staying relatively still. One more time, take a breath in and out. Before you inhale and come through downward facing dog to move to left side half pigeon, or really any way that you want to get there. Yes, you can shake out your legs, take a sip of your water. When you're ready, move left side half pigeon. See if you can use the heat from your practice to make your way into a deeper version of the pose. To challenge yourself to keep walking up to the edge of the pose. Keep your breath steady. One of the best questions that I get is, how do I know if I've gone too far? Like, you reach the edge of the pose, but you go way over. In equanimity, you know you're over the edge because you fall out. But what about half pigeon here? I think one of the best ways to know that you're challenging yourself but not overdoing it is the ability to keep your breath steady. If you find that you're so deep into a pose that you really can't even catch your breath, that might be a time to reassess. Move out a little bit or change it up. On your next breath, swing your right leg around. Let's take a quick seated forward fold. Both legs out in front of you. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, fold down towards your feet. Actively pull your shoulder blades down towards the opposite hip. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, fold as deep as you can go. And on your breath in, roll up. We're going to take tabletop. So fingertips facing your heels, press down into the mat, lift your hips up, and let your head drop back. Take a breath in and stretch out. Exhale and drop your hips back down. Take fish. So using your forearms on the mat, tuck your fingertips directly underneath of you, then you'll scooch back just about 1 inch and let your head drop down. You're using your forearms to prop up your shoulders and chest in this scenario. Take a breath in. Exhale. Point your toes on this breath. Blow all the air out. From here, roll down onto your mat. Go for your bridge pose legs. So tuck your heels in close towards your bum. And then you're going to walk your heels out towards the sides of your mat so that they're off either side. From here, take your heels out 2 more inches further than what you think you need. And now drop your right leg in towards center. If you're feeling tension in your knee, your right knee needs to scoot farther out towards the side, like away from your mat. If you need some extra support, you can always stick a block under that knee as well. Take a full breath in. Exhale. And then swap sides. Your right knee up. Reset your legs by walking your left heel way far off of the side of your mat, and then drop your left knee in towards center. Take one more breath. And hug your left knee up. And we're going to get our hips above our heart one more time. So whether or not you're getting into shoulder stand or waterfall, headstand or handstand, take your hips up into the air one more time. Shoulder stands can move to plow. And plow move to deaf yogis. From here, roll all the way back down onto your mat, one vertebrae at a time. Hug your knees up into your chest. Let them fall to the left side of your body, eyes over your right shoulder for supine twist. As you breathe, let your right shoulder melt down onto the mat. Hug your knees up into your chest. Let them drop to the right this time. Eyes over at your left shoulder. Hug your knees into your chest. Take Supta Baddha Konasana one last time. Soles of your feet together. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. There's a cold eye towel by the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Please feel free to use it at any time. Hug your knees up into your chest one more time. Really into a tight ball. Hug your knees in. Even contract your muscles in your fingertips. Hug in. On your exhale, take Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Then your inhales move straight into your exhales. One breath flowing straight into the other. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring movement to your fingers and then take on some little wrist circles. Bring movement to your toes and circle your ankles. Hug your knees up into your chest and rock onto your right side. Place the center of your forehead on the mat or on your arm. Make your way up into a seated position. Inhale and reach both fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Set your intention for the rest of your day. And to close class and seal it in, we'll end with one Om. Take a breath. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up. It's great to see you. Have a great day. Ooh, also, if you do want to bring your friends next week, the very center of your bingo card is a QR code that you or your friend can scan to have them sign up on the website. It is easiest if you have them sign up beforehand. Trust me.